What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Baldur's Gate 3. I want to ask a question, much like I did with my Remnant 2 video. Should I be paying more attention to Baldur's Gate 3? Should I play this game? Now, this one comes with a little bit more of a caveat because I actually have been paying more attention to this game. I wanted to make this video just to try to tell you guys where I stand with this game and to get honest feedback from people that are diehards, people that played the early access, people that maybe are not interested, and see what you guys think about this game and to kind of hear my background of where I am. So for me, never have touched these games in my life, never have touched Divinity Original Sin either. I have played turn-based games before, and I guess we'll get there as this video goes on, so I'm not like completely in the dark with the kind of game that this is. I like a lot of the stuff that I've seen of this game, but it kind of caught me on surprise. But it kind of has caught me by surprise, well, how quickly we are getting to the full release, mainly because just I haven't been paying attention for so long. So again, much like I said with the Remnant 2 video, you think of July, you think of August, and I have my kind of personal favorites of games that I'm looking for each of the months. Telltale's The Expanse is kind of a big one for July for me, and then August, Texas Chainsaw, maybe even Armored Core. Those are some of them, but Remnant 2, Baldur's Gate 3, they're sitting right there. And for Baldur's Gate, it's been an early access for so long. People have gotten plenty of time to try out the game to see what it is. And one thing I've talked about with actually the 17,000 ending, news story for Baldur's Gate 3 that I've noticed is just the excitement and the passion for this game seems to be an all-time high. It seems like it's continued to progress really well. I know early access had a lot of people signing up to the point that it kind of surprised them how many people signed up. So I think this game is going to do insane in terms of sales, both not just on August 3rd, but when it comes to PlayStation, it comes out the same day as Starfield, but I think they are for different audiences. I think this game is going to do tremendous. I think this game is going to sell really, really well, not just even from the people that already have it because of the early access, but new people as well. And you can just tell from just the talk of it online, the bear thing, that was going on, like every news story, every just new thing that we get for this game, whether it's a trailer or, as early access kind of wraps up, just as we get closer to release, it seems like more and more people are kind of jumping on the hype train, which to be honest with you, it's kind of what I'm doing as well. It's the reason why I've seen it. I don't honestly believe I had ever heard nor cared nor really wanted to watch, anything like that of this game up until maybe like 1-2 months ago, and then it's kind of progressively just gotten more. So in terms of the game itself, this is where I kind of want honest feedback from you guys of, do you think this would kind of be for me? I'll explain kind of what I think this game is and what my gaming preference is, and you guys can kind of let me know from there. So RPG, right? Big one, very big one. Now, I'm not a D&D player. I believe this takes place in the same universe. I don't really think that matters to me, but that's something I guess to throw out there. From everything that I've seen, the game looks awesome, from the dialogue, cutscenes, the length of it, how big it is, and then the combat. I imagine you're going to be talking to people a lot, and you're going to be doing the combat of this game a lot. Now, I know this is going to the turn-based thing that they did with Divinity Original Sin. I don't believe they did this with at least Baldur's Gate 2, right? I actually am kind of a fan of turn-based combat. XCOM is one of my favorite ones out there, and it's actually just a phenomenal game. Even, now, and this is something you guys can let me know. So if I like XCOM, and I like, say, Marvel's Midnight Suns, remember that gem? And that game honestly was extremely good, undersold, underperformed, but I thought that game was awesome. If I like those games, am I gonna like this one? I feel like the answer is yes, because what I've seen from gameplay for Baldur's Gate seems to kind of be like that stuff on steroids, where you're not only planning your attacks, but you got like elevation to worry about, and just obviously you can hit people off of things, but it just seems almost more detailed in the amount of things you can do to enemies versus the other games. I think that's probably also because of the detail in the characters, both in the class and what kind of personality you have, and all the different abilities, which I feel like are much more than the XCOMs or Midnight Suns of the world. It just seems more deep. Now, here's one thing I'd like to say, though, and again, for feedback for you guys, it does kind of seem like a lot with like the dice rolling and classes and subclasses, and like I've seen the character creation, and I normally kind of just skip by that stuff. I'll pick almost a generic character and just go. I like picking what kind of character it is, right? What kind of bonuses you get per whatever class you choose or whatever. I like that. I like experimenting with like move sets, things like that. But the game does seem to feel like a bit much, at least in gameplay videos that I've watched of it. So that's just something to kind of throw out there. Do you guys feel like, it is too much, or maybe it's the right, amount? I understand that games are made for who they're made for, and I hope I'm not like coming off this way. I don't want this game or this franchise to change, like, to get me, right? If this is just not the right game for me, I have zero problems with that. I don't want this game to be something it's not, just to kind of get the average Joe player that otherwise wouldn't get it. But everything that I've seen, this game looks really good. Obviously, again, you have those kind of like hot news story topics, right? When you get those 17,000 endings, or you get, I think, 174 hours of cutscenes, right? Or cinematics, whatever they call it. So, like, you see those buzz things that are going around, and the game just seems gigantic. I think that is like the allure of this game, is just how big it is and how detailed it is. Again, whether it's the fighting and the moves that you can do, or the character creator in and of itself, or all the dialogue, all the characters, the story, the branching paths, it seems like a gigantic game. I guess the word count is so big, right? It's absolutely massive. So I'm excited to see what people think about it. I've definitely, like I said, the difference between, I guess, this one and when I did this similar video for Remnant 2, I have been watching more stuff on Baldur's Gate 3, because this one I really think I'm going to get. If I had to like put money on it, I'd say I'm probably going to get Baldur's Gate 3 over Remnant 2. But I'm also not 100% sure, just because it kind of came into my field of vision so late. And because other games were kind of catching me. Like, again, Texas Chainsaw is kind of the game I'm really looking forward to for August. Not necessarily Baldur's Gate, but it seems fun, seems massive, and I'm always up to try different genres, different games that I've never tried before. I played the Yakuza franchise for the first time this year, and I've played 7 of those games now in the last like 6 months, so I'm definitely up for trying new things. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. The Remnant 2 one did pretty okay, so if you like these kind of back and forths where I kind of pitch you games I'm not sure on, I'd love to do more of them. Let me know. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. Check out my other social media links. They're in the description below, and I hope to see you all on the next one.